Hello, ladies and gentlemen. I hope you have a great and wonderful day. Well, it seems that New York is always on fire, as I did the video before. But yeah, it seems that this is the ongoing thing with New York, with the crazy protests and stuff like that. Actually, some of them are riots. This one may be a riot, it may be a protest, but it seems that these people like to protest the people that are for their cause in the first place, which is very odd. But what we have here is that we have the anti-Israel protesters vandalize World War I memorial, burn American flag after cops block group from reaching Star, so the Met Gala in New York City. And that's what they're doing here, obviously. So, yeah, that's a good old grandiose time. Now, the bigger thing that we have here from Raw Alerts, and by the way, this happened like 3 days ago, so I digress. But it says New York police have just declared level 3 mobilization as pro-Palestine clashing outside Met Gala, forcefully tearing through barricades. Now, this was about 1,000 people, about 1,000 people, and again, this has a lot to do with, they're protesting people like at the Met Gala who are very far left. They support what they're doing here. So it's very odd. So yeah, and we have currently hundreds of pro-Palestine protesters and other activists are clashing with New York police law enforcement who have issued and declared a level 3 mobilization. As protesters and activists can be seen forcefully tearing through barricades to access restricted areas outside the Met Gala event, which is taking place in Manhattan, New York, multiple reports say that multiple arrests have been made by law enforcement. Protesters describe this as a day of rage, and their situation is still developing. So, guys, this happened about 3 days ago. So this does not happen, immediately. This does not happen today. So I want to let you guys know it happened, literally 3 days ago. But again, we gotta be very careful on how we do these protests and what we label them as. Because for whatever reason, we have forgotten the term riot. And I don't think riot has ever been used anymore. The only time we would actually use riots was due to the January 6th whole debacle, which that's the only one people would want to say that's like, the invasion of a government or insurrection, a riot, etc. But when it comes to stuff like this, students or people actively pushing through barricades, we won't label that as a riot, which is quite odd. And we'll have a small video here of you guys kind of seeing what's going on here at the Met Gala, which, funny enough, it's just a whole bunch of people protesting or rioting over people that agree with them, which is just odd.
Leave the roadway and utilize the available sidewalk. If you do so voluntarily, no charges will be placed against you. If you remain in the roadway and refuse to utilize the sidewalk, you will be placed under arrest and charged with disorderly conduct.
Holy shit.
Now, again, this is the reason why it's kind of a weird area where we call this like either a riot or a protest. Now, and some instances, like, normally if you're going and marching down the street or whatever, not impeding on other people, that's fine. But again, they broke through barricades, they did some things here, and that's not okay. But again, this is why the NYPD declared a level 3 mobilization, because of this insanity here. And again, as I said multiple times already, they're protesting / rioting people that agree with them. So it's really, really weird. And I don't really care about the Met Gala because it's just a fashion thing to where rich people get to show off their dresses and stuff, which I have no desire to see or care about. They're just all there to gloat about themselves, high and mighty. It's just really stupid. It's kind of like the Oscars, really just stupid in general. But yeah, that's what's happening in New York. Level 3 mobilization. It's currently developing, I'm assuming. But yeah, this is insane, and we need to do it. And of course, again, I will address the RFK type stuff later, right? I will address that tomorrow. So, without further ado, guys, like, subscribe, share. As always, take care, my friends.
I'm disgusted by what I see in public. Even people closest to us can't be trusted, 'cause it's algorithmic disease, the social media.